Which SUVs are turning out to be financial traps in disguise? You're about to discover 7 of the most regretted purchases of the 2025 model year. From costly mechanical failures to poor resale value, watch as we uncover what these automakers didn't want you to know. Will your dream SUV make the list? Number 1, Volkswagen Atlas. At first glance, the Volkswagen Atlas seems like a solid choice for families. Its wide, boxy design promises ample cabin space, and the styling is modern enough to turn heads in the school pickup line. But underneath this appealing exterior, many owners are finding headaches they didn't sign up for. A major frustration begins with oil consumption. Some Atlas owners report needing extra oil as early as 10,000 miles, with costs adding up fast since each change can run around $120. That wouldn't be as painful if the experience behind the wheel were smoother, but the transmission often lurches and hesitates, especially during shifts at low speeds. Add poor real-world MPG. Some drivers report just 17 to 19 miles per gallon, and it's clear why the problems are piling up. Over time, these issues have left a paper trail of complaints. Owners aren't just speaking out about financial strain, but also the stress of constant visits to the shop. For many, the Atlas that seemed perfect for family life has become a regrettable financial burden they didn't anticipate. Number 2, Cadillac Lyriq. The Cadillac Lyriq positioned itself as a bold step into the world of luxury electric vehicles, with a $58,000 starting price that promised cutting-edge technology and sophistication. But for many buyers, that futuristic appeal quickly loses its charm once the reality of ownership sets in. Despite boasting one of the most anticipated launches in Cadillac's recent history, the Lyriq has left owners frustrated. One of the primary complaints revolves around charging performance. While Cadillac advertises respectable figures, users report DC fast charging speeds that max out at a disappointing 190 kilowatts. Significantly slower than competitors in the segment. Then there's the tech side. The Lyriq's sleek, modern infotainment system, a huge selling point, has been riddled with problems. Glitches, bugs, and lagging responsiveness plague day-to-day usability. Owners describe spending more time trying to reboot features than enjoying them. EV ownership also brings hidden costs. From elevated repair expenses to depreciation hitting harder than some predicted, early adopters have started calling the Lyriq a rolling tech headache. The initial allure of luxury quickly fades, leaving many feeling they overpaid for a troublesome status symbol. Number 3, Honda Passport. Honda has built its reputation on dependable vehicles, but the Passport hasn't lived up to the brand's legacy. At first, it seems like a strong contender in the mid-size SUV market with its rugged looks and spacious interior. However, owners quickly find that the Passport brings an entirely different experience once it's out on the road. One of the most common complaints is the 9-speed automatic transmission. It's clunky and unpredictable, frequently hesitating or jerking during acceleration, especially noticeable in stop-and-go traffic. This isn't just an occasional annoyance, it's an everyday frustration that can make driving exhausting. Pair that with a stiff suspension that delivers an unexpectedly bouncy ride, and the Passport starts to feel more like a compromise than a confident choice. To make matters worse, depreciation hits this model harder than many of its competitors. Data reveals that its resale value drops noticeably faster, leaving owners feeling stuck with a vehicle that no longer feels worth its price tag. For many, the Passport's appeal quickly fades, replaced instead by expensive regrets. Number 4, Nissan Rogue. The Nissan Rogue markets itself as a practical, family-friendly SUV with impressive fuel efficiency and a smooth driving experience. On paper, it seems like a no-brainer for budget-conscious buyers, until those rosy expectations clash with reality. The biggest culprit? Its controversial CVT transmission, which continues to be a thorn in Nissan's side. Reports flood in about the CVT failing well before the 100,000-mile mark, with many owners facing repair bills between $4,000 and $5,000. It's not just the cost that stings. The inconvenience of dealing with a failing transmission disrupts daily life during a time when peace of mind should come standard. Unfortunately, the problems don't stop there. Owners frequently complain of electrical system glitches, including malfunctioning sensors and infotainment screens that make even simple tasks, like navigating or streaming music, a hassle. To top it off, the Rogue falls short of its advertised fuel economy. While touted as fuel efficient, many drivers report lower than expected MPG numbers, adding yet another notch to the list of disappointments. Number 5. Subaru Ascent. Subaru has built a reputation on reliability, but the Ascent struggles to live up to the brand's name. Marketed as the perfect family SUV, its 2.4-liter turbocharged boxer engine has turned into a recurring problem for owners. Excessive oil consumption is one of the main complaints. Drivers report needing frequent top-ups between oil changes, which not only increases maintenance costs, but can also lead to engine trouble if the issue goes unnoticed for too long. For a vehicle designed with family convenience in mind, this engine issue introduces a costly and stressful reality. The problems don't end under the hood. The Ascent's CVT transmission adds to the frustration with jerky acceleration and the infamous rubber band effect. Everyday tasks like merging onto the highway can feel unpredictable and even unsafe for some drivers. Electrical malfunctions, including sensor failures, round out the list of issues, leaving many owners visiting repair shops more often than they expected. Number 6. Chevrolet Equinox. The Chevrolet Equinox presents itself as an affordable SUV with a feature set that appeals to practical buyers. But behind its approachable price tag, the reality can be far less enticing. A significant number of Equinox owners have reported excessive oil consumption, which isn't just an inconvenience. It can result in catastrophic engine failure. When that happens, repair costs skyrocket, often landing between $4,000 and $7,000. It's an unexpected blow, especially for those who thought they were buying a reliable, budget-friendly vehicle. Transmission issues add another layer of frustration. Many owners claim that failures occur as early as 80,000 miles, with replacements averaging around $5,000. These breakdowns don't just drain wallets, they disrupt daily life, leaving drivers sidelined at the worst possible times. Even small annoyances like faulty radios and key fob issues further chip away at owner satisfaction. For many, the Equinox turns into a regret-filled financial burden, rather than the bargain it promised to be. Number 7. Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep markets the Grand Cherokee as a luxury SUV that's equally at home on rugged trails and urban streets. It's priced accordingly, with higher trims exceeding $70,000, a figure that carries high expectations. However, many owners quickly discover that the vehicle struggles to deliver on its promises. Transmission failures, engine stalling, and recurring suspension problems are some of the most common issues, and resolving these doesn't come cheap. Repair bills often stretch into the thousands, adding significant stress to an already expensive investment. Fuel economy also becomes a pain point for daily drivers. The V6 engine, while less powerful, drinks fuel at a rate that leaves owners refueling more frequently than anticipated, with real-world economy averaging around 18 miles per gallon. The V8 option, that takes fuel consumption to an entirely different level, making long-term operating costs even steeper. Hidden costs and unreliable performance have proven to be recurring themes across these SUVs, turning what were once exciting purchases into sources of regret. Many of these vehicles showcase appealing designs and cutting-edge features on the surface. But beneath that shine, owners often face stress, repair costs, and faster than expected depreciation. This is why doing your homework before buying is so critical. Researching reliability ratings, owner experiences, and long-term costs can save you from joining the 11% of new car owners who sell within the first year. Are automakers prioritizing flashy marketing over quality engineering? That's a question every buyer should consider.